I've worked with over 1,000 dropshippers. I've seen people succeed. I've seen people fail. I know exactly what everybody has in common. Today, I'm going to tell you the top 20 mistakes every beginner does. Most likely, all of these mistakes are going to be fitting to you, so make sure you carefully listen to every single one of them. Very first one, and this is something which so many people do. It's not following proper product research criteria. When you select a product, you literally did half of your work. You will literally either set yourself up for success or failure. It's as simple as that. So make sure you actually take your time with selecting a really good product. Don't just test something which you personally like. Test things which are actual good products. Now, how do you do that? Well, you need to have a list with all the criteria which a winning product has. And then you cross-reference every single product you want to test. Hey, does it have all these criteria? Yes, 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 no. Don't test it. If it's not perfect, do not test it. If you personally like it, but it doesn't fit every criteria, do not test it. If it doesn't have a perfect score in every single criteria. Number 2 is feeling productive because you're watching YouTube videos. Well, I have news for you. 99% of the time when you're watching something on YouTube, it doesn't matter if it's a short or long form videos like this one, you're wasting your time. There's more productive things you could have been doing, but watching a video like this feels super productive, right? Right now you feel like you're doing dropshipping. When in reality, you're not. You're literally wasting your life. All of this has to be done after all the work is done. If you're chilling, go ahead, watch this. But actively understand, either I'm chilling or take notes, make sure you write every single mistake down, do proper work. But don't just chill and do work at the same time and feel productive about that. It's not how it works. And on top of that, you have to pick your mentors. If you want to listen to me, listen to me. If you want to listen to another guy, listen to the other guy. Don't mix strategies. Listen to one person and stick to him until you make it work. That's how business should be. Because the systems most people teach are a system within. Everything was tested, and that's how it works the best. If you use a system and then use something else from another guy and try to put it in, it's probably not going to work. So don't even try. Number 3 is blaming everything but yourself for everything. You need to make it a habit that everything that happens to you is your fault. Your product didn't work, it's because of you. Your videos suck, it's because of you. If you didn't get shadow banned, it's not your account, it is you. This should be the first assumption which you should always be having. It is your fault. It's because you suck. That's why things didn't work out. That's how you should always think about everything. On top of that, you can layer in, all right, what did I suck at? Was it the product? Was it the store? Was it the videos? Was it me getting shadow banned? Which part of everything was it? And shadow ban should be the very last one. Okay, so the first thing you should do, search for problems within. If everything is perfect and an expert reviews everything you did and they tell you, all right, you're good, product is good, the videos are good, the store is good, just keep going. It's either not enough volume or then you might have to have a new account. This is the last option. This is the last resort. Do not blame everything before, because people start with TikTok organic dropshipping. They post 50 videos and they think they know everything about organic, when in reality, obviously they will suck. 50 videos is nothing. Usually it should be taking you anywhere between 1 to 2 weeks to get to 50 videos. If you post 10 videos a day in 5 days, you will be there. After 5 days of posting 10 videos a day, you're a complete beginner. But because you've only posted 1 video a day for 50 days, you feel like you're a veteran. You feel like you're already in the game for so long. But you need to only look at your output. Your output is 50. Doesn't matter if it's 50 days or 5 days, 50 videos is the output. So make sure that volume is in place. And this is mistake number 4, which people do. Not having enough volume. Whatever you do, you need to do more of it. I bet that most of you guys are not doing enough anything. So whatever you do, just do more of it and you're gonna make more money quicker. Again, judge output, not input. Judge what you're putting out, not what you're putting in. If it took you 50 hours to do 1 video, you posted 1 video. Of course, I'm not telling you to make just shit videos and the only volume comes. It has to be a balance, right? But make sure you understand that just because you made your store, you made your logo, you made your little things, didn't change anything. What was your output? And now specifically talking about TikTok Organic, let me show you two accounts. One which didn't make it work in the beginning, kept going, and found a video which had 41 million views versus another guy who just stopped because it didn't work. So look at the sewing product here. You just can scroll up and up and up and up. All these videos did not go viral whatsoever. And then out of the blue, after hitting consistent 5,000-6,000 views, he gets 41 million views right off the bat. Why? Because he tested a bunch of different things and didn't give up. If we take a look at the second account here, he also didn't go viral, and then all of a sudden he did go viral once. He had 800,000 views. And after that, he has posted 10 videos and gave up. But the next 10 videos didn't work. Why? Because he didn't change anything up. He basically kept trying to repost the same exact video over and over and over again. He didn't invent anything new. He wasn't creative. He basically just tried the same thing over and over and over again, and it didn't keep working. So the learning here is obviously number one, keep going, but also number two is test as much as possible. And this leads me to the next mistake, which is not testing enough. Dropshipping on a bigger scale. If you look at it from a bird's eye perspective, what dropshipping is, you test, nothing works, you keep testing, one of the things works, and then that thing you start to optimize. You split test a bunch of different things within. So this one viral concept worked, and you try a bunch of other things which are similar to that and keep going. Now the same exact thing is with the store. You test 10 prices, you see which one works the best, and then you do micro pricing. Let's for example say the price $20 worked the best. What you do now is you do $19, $21, $22, $18. You do micro tests after you found the best. You do broader split tests first, and then you go deeper and deeper and deeper. The bigger point here is whatever you're doing, it is probably not enough. The next mistake, which everybody does, is just being completely inefficient with your time. Imagine this, you're testing 5 products on TikTok Organic, and every day you have to post a video for each product. What you could do, film that one video for each product every day. So you need to film 5 different products every single day. Or you could bulk film one product for the next 5 days, and then the next day you do the next product. It's much easier to do that because you already have everything in place, right? You don't have to change the setup, you know exactly what you're gonna do. And it's something where specifically with organic, if you, have to make a pizza to film a video because the product is about making pizzas, you need to make sure that once you cook one pizza, you're gonna get the most out of that. So make sure you understand how to plan your day properly. Batch film. Do things in batches. Never just do one thing and then the next thing and then the next thing. Because for example, if you look at history, it's a very interesting phenomenon that in the beginning, every business was one person doing everything. So what do I mean with that? For example, there was a guy making swords. So his day consists of making the sword itself and then making the grip thing and then heating up the stove, whatever. It's like 25 different micro steps which he has to do. And the thing which revolutionized everything was big factories which had conveyor belts. What happened was one person was responsible for one task, and the next person was responsible for the next task, and the next person was responsible for the next one. One guy just did one simple motion. I'm the guy who's screwing the thing. The next guy is the guy who's tying the thing up. The next guy, whatever. Like they have micro tasks in between. What happens with that is that your output is gonna 100x instantly because you're gonna get good at one thing. And when you do one product, you get into the flow of that. Ideally, that's very unrealistic because you don't have employees yet, but ideally you would have different people doing different tasks in the long run. For the beginning, the goal should be doing one task a lot every day. All right, don't do 20 tasks a little bit. Do one task a lot. But this leads me to the next problem which people have, which is they want to outsource everything as fast as possible. They don't want to do their own store. They don't want to do their own marketing. They don't want to do their own stuff. You're not able to outsource anything before you've done it. You don't know what you don't know. If somebody on Fiverr makes ads for you and you look over them, you think, all right, I think they're good. What do you base that on? Your personal opinion doesn't matter. So this means that you cannot outsource things without being an expert in it. An expert has to look over the outsourced work and tell the employee if it's good or if it's bad. If you don't do that, you're going to train the employee doing bullshit and you pay them for that. Don't even try outsourcing anything which you are not good at, or you know a person which is amazing amazing at, and you can cross-reference with them if the employee is actually good or not. The next one is organic specific, not reposting your videos on all the platforms. TikTok produces around 20% of all the sales across my mentoring group. 20% are done on YouTube, 60% are done on Instagram. If you're not putting in the time to repost everything everywhere, you're wasting your day. Every single time you post, you just minimized your chances exactly by 3 times if you only post on TikTok. Especially because it's easier to go viral on Instagram because of TikTok Shop, and they prefer TikTok Shop versus regular dropshippers. The next mistake, which everybody does, is not scouting the market for cheaper suppliers. When you start to make sales, every single order you get, you have to fulfill, which means that you're wasting your budget if you don't have the best supplier. Don't only calculate this on price. They need to be responsive, have good quality, be fast in delivery, and have an amazing price. Those are the 4 criteria for a perfect supplier. Make sure you scout the entire marketplace for the best supplier. Don't settle for just the first one you found. Don't do that. The next one is not optimizing the backend. So not doing AOV, average order value optimization, and not doing email marketing, SMS marketing, those things. You're leaving money on the table. Like every time you get a sale, you are making less than what you should make. Just keep that in mind. Understand how much money you lost so far. Put that away and start doing it now. Don't get your ego involved. Just do it. Trust me. Just do it. But don't do it if you're just starting out. Only if you already have made sales, it makes sense to focus on these things. If you're not having sales, then it's literally a waste of time. Email marketing requires sales. Don't set up the email marketing perfectly. Don't do an AOV stuff perfectly before you have any sales. Start with that. When you do organic, you literally shouldn't even do a store before you go semi-viral. Before you see any potential on the account, don't even make the store. Don't bother because it's a waste of time. Do the videos till you go viral a little bit, and then you can start making the store. The next one is just understanding that all of this is not a get-rich-quick thing. It's gonna take a long time until you're gonna start seeing legit profits in your bank account. Just get used to that thought. It's gonna take a while. The main thing is you shouldn't be expecting too much so you don't quit early on. You should see small things as wins. You went viral the first time. Win. You post it every single day consistently, 6 videos a day, that's a win. You just do the things which are required. You measure success in the beginning on the output and on micro steps. Not, did I make my first 10K profit month? No, so it was not successful. That's how you shouldn't view it. But after you actually did start to make money, the main and biggest problem I see with everybody is they just start chilling and getting way too comfortable. Just because you made your little 50K month, 100K month the first time doesn't mean anything. If you don't make consistent money for a year straight, you shouldn't feel rich. If you make 100K every single month for a year straight, go ahead. You can start balling now. Before that, just don't go too crazy. Make sure you have a lot of money in your bank account after taxes, after expenses, after you pay yourself, and after you basically live. You see, all right, I still have a shit ton of money left. Go ahead, you can start spending it. Make sure everything else is in place first. So don't get comfortable before that is the case. Don't start posting less and stuff like that, because whenever you're up, like you have a winner, you have a really good month, trust me, there's a down coming very, very soon if you don't keep up the work exactly like before you made it. All right, you're gonna feel like you made it. You didn't. And you're gonna always have a downtrend when you feel like you made it. So make sure you just skip that. You don't make it, all right? You make it later on, after you have a couple $100,000 in your bank account, after tax, profit, after everything. You have a few $100,000. All right, you can start living a little bit better. And the last mistake, for some weird reason everybody does, is doing things by themselves without having any accountability, no analysis of what went wrong after the first time of not making money, and not getting any direction or advice on what you're doing. If you try to become good at anything by yourself, you're a fool. You are doing a big, big mistake. Trust me here, everything you do in life, you need to have a teacher. It's the weirdest concept to me that whatever you do, you have a teacher, except for business. If you go to school, you literally have a teacher. If you do boxing, you literally have an instructor. Soccer, football, you're gonna always have a coach. If you go to university, you're gonna have a person lecturing you. If you do business, you need a teacher. Business is one of the most complex things you can ever do. So make sure you're learning from people. You have an opportunity to ask questions. Whenever you do something, half of the work is doing it, and the other half of the work is analyzing what you're doing, if you're going in the right direction, if you're not going in the right direction, what the game plan is, if you're doing well or not. That's half of everything. But for some weird reason, you guys try to just do and do and do. Just doing the thing is not enough without analyzing if you're doing it right or wrong. So if you actually want us to do that with you together, where we look over everything you do, tell you if you're doing well or not, tell you the product is good, if you should drop it, if you should keep going, we tell you if the videos are good, what to change, how to change it, what the bottleneck is, if the stores are good, if the average order value is on point. Everything you do, we're gonna look over your shoulder and tell you if you're going in the right direction. We're gonna set your standard time, we're gonna tell you how much you need to do of anything, and make sure that you succeed. If you're interested and actually serious about this, click the link below, sign up for a call, and I will talk to you soon.